Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to a Clumsy Pilot's Life. And welcome to 11.50 Explain, now with Vulcan. My goodness, I'm sure if you have been looking forward to this, then you might have watched a couple of videos already. And I must say, I echo those comments. If you're not familiar what's happening with the Explain world right now, the Explain community has been waiting for this for like 3 years, I think, since it was announced. The switch from OpenGL to Vulkan, the graphics engine, and it is already creating so many performance improvements. As you can see, we are in the Zibo 737 right now, and usually this plane is a very performance hog oriented plane. So very low frame rates usually, but right now we are getting silky smooth frame rates, 50 FPS. You can see here if I turn on my benchmark, 50 FPS, and yes, you can confirm there that this is indeed in Vulkan now. Vulkan 11.50 version of X-Plane is currently in beta, so if you're just on the public release, you won't get any of the updates yet, and that might be okay because there are still quite some bugs. It is not yet public release friendly, I would say. So a couple of people have been reporting crashes, a couple of people have been reporting problems, and majorly the incompatibilities with the plugins. The main reason why I'm in the 737 right now instead of in the A321 is because the towless planes are not compatible yet with the Vulcan engine. I mean, the plane will load, but there will be no sounds for the towless, both A319 and A321. And as of this recording, that update is still in progress. So, a couple of things. I wanted to show some screenshots, but before we get back into Vulcan, you might be wondering where the heck we are. Well, we are actually, for a change, going abroad. We are now outside the Philippines because I got lucky, and if you go to a pilot's life right here, let me show you, we are now employed by Philippine Airlines. So I got an offer in the job market. I was just looking for it. If you guys remember, I was applying for a job in Philippine Airlines for a couple of weeks now, and they've always been declining me. But at some point, I just looked at the job market and they offered me a job, so I took it. And now we have a chance to go outside the Philippines. You can see we started in Manila. We are almost in Singapore. I decided to test out how the plane first is working and if Vulcan is stable enough. And now I'll take you guys with me along with the approach. Now, a bit of a disclaimer. It's been a while since I've flown with the 737. I hope I don't forget any major stuff. But the landing, I'll give you a warning. It won't be smooth. It will be, as they say, Ryanair level landings. Okay, so just a bit of a warning. Anyway, there is an update as well with a pilot's life. There's now dark mode. If you see this moon icon right here, very nice, very compatible with Discord colors. I like it. I'm going to stick with that. But yeah, from Manila to Singapore is our flight today. And I skipped most of the Manila parts because I was scared that it would crash, but now I am risking it. I think this Zibo version is 3.40.5, has the new load and save flight feature. I haven't tested it yet, but I've just been saving this as a backup in case it crashes, so I can start where I left off. I've heard that it works quite well though. I'm hoping that is the case. You can see some visual flickering there in the distance. Not sure if that's because of Vulcan, some graphical bugs still, or if that's because I was really accelerating the time. So normally the Manila to Singapore flight would take around 3 hours or almost 4 hours in real life. And I could not wait that long. So I was fast forwarding, doing the ground speed, the time-lapse effects in X-Plane. But yeah, looks like we are well on our way. We have started our descent, and let me take you with me on where we are currently. We are on the Carto 1 Alpha arrival starting from Toman, and then we'll be approaching Singapore via ILS 02 left is going to be our approach. And I think, yeah, so after we reach Sanat, we should get some radar vectors from air traffic control. I still have pilot to ATC, and I have my co-pilot just taking care of the callback so I can focus on flying the plane. So I'm not familiar with the plane, not anymore at least. But yeah, after we reach Sanat, then we will switch over. Hopefully we'll be cleared for the approach to runway 02 left, Changi International Airport. Now I think I've set up most of the things. As compared with the Airbus, things are a lot more manual with the 737. So I've set up the ILS, I've set up the VORs, the courses. Yeah, I think we are quite ready. But just let me go back and share with you the screenshots of I did some initial tests, OpenGL, like the old graphics engine compared with the new graphics engine, Vulkan. So this one is from OpenGL. You can see the OGL mentioned there. This is with the TBM 900 plane. Very high-end, very performance-heavy plane. Lots of details, simulation level. You might have seen a couple of videos from me on the channel. In the TBM 900 in the Manila airport, Naiye International Airport. So you can see the frame rate is quite low because there are so many objects in there. So you can see the average FPS is 36, and we have these 1% low and 0.1% low. These are the stutters, and you can see the frame time here going up and down like this graph. The more wild that is, the less stable the frame rate is. So the best case scenario is that frame time would be a flat line. Yeah. And the 1% and 0.1% low, the higher that is, the closer that is to the average, the smoother the overall experience is. So that is how OpenGL looked. And when I switched to Vulkan, everything the same. I did the same route, did the same flight. This is how Vulkan looks like. That one. So if we do a side-by-side on this to help you compare better. Right, so from average of 36 up to 42, what I really like are the stutters. They are much closer to the average, and you can see the frame time not as wild. So it clearly shows the smoothness. And if you want to see more details on what this change includes, the OpenGL to Vulkan, the behind the scenes, but explained in a very clear, very basic manner that even I could understand it, go and check out the video from I'll try to link it in the video description, but Austin Mayer, the creator of X-Plane, had a very nice explanation on what that involves and how that improves the situation. So check that out as well. But all in all, the overall message is there should be less stutters, especially when you're looking around. There should be less stutters, should be better frame rate overall. And the stutters are the real immersion breaker before, especially with track IR. When you have this kind of head movement, every time you look to a heavy scenery, lots of buildings and stuff, you would get that sudden stutter, that load. And he explains why that was happening back in the OpenGL in the old engine. But now everything looks silky smooth. Not 60 frames, but I mean anything above 30, and if you don't have those stutters, that's going to be amazing enough. So yes, I am enjoying this, and I'm looking forward to the update for Tolis, so that I can get back to the A321, my absolute favorite plane right now. Not to take anything against Zibo, because for me this is the most well-made plane in the Zibo.
501 contact Singapore approach on 119.3, have a nice day. Approach on 119.3 Philippine 501.
Just let my co-pilot handle that. But yeah, the The Zibo I think is the most well done aircraft, especially because
Approach Philippine 501 descending to 2,500 feet.
it's freeware, but it has such
Philippine
amazing quality.
501, good morning. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Cart 1 Alpha arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 02 left at Changi.
Continue descent via the Cart 1 Alpha arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 02 left Philippine 501.
Philippine 501 is our call sign. Okay, cool. Thank goodness for my co-pilot there, so I don't have to worry about that so much. At 11,000 feet approaching Changi, we should see it soon there. Yes, I'm really liking the update, and we should have actually switched to local altimeter already. 1010. Actually 1011 now. I've also done the landing calculation. Flaps 30. Normal scenario. Outside air temperature is 29 degrees. QNH 1011. Let me double check. Our landing weight is still 64.1 tons. 4.4, 4.2, 64.2. That should be fine. Should be more or less the same. So this one, if you look at the next page, winds are 0 at 2 knots, so winds calm. It would show us how our auto brake settings should be. It's saying here that even with auto brake 1, we should be able to brake with a lot more room in the runway. So we're far at risk from going over the runway. So auto brake 1 should be more than enough for our needs. That's cool. Right. But yes, I'm really hoping for an update for Tolis, so I can get back to the A321, because even though the Zibo is, I think, in my opinion, the most detailed, most well done in terms of models, realism, audio, and it's free. Overall, I'm just more of a fan of the Airbus philosophy. You know, the automation, the side stick, the auto trim, the automation involved in there is just much more beginner friendly for me, I guess. So I'm really liking the Airbus, and also it's more relatable for me because here in our region in Asia, we hardly see any 737s. They're mostly Airbuses, A320s, and the like. So that is our approach, Sanat. I'm hoping, I'm expecting radar vectors soon, because as the chart would say, if our ATC is going to follow this, after Sanat we should get some simple radar vectors to ILS 02 left in our case. So I have to be ready to switch to heading mode instead of LNAV here. Let's zoom in a little. Couple of other plugins have also updated. Better Pushback got an update. It's compatible with Vulkan, thankfully, and now there is no more stutter. I wish I could have shown you, but I'm sure I'll be able to show you next time. Remember, in Better Pushback, whenever you request the pushback, there will be like a second or two of stutter. Now there is no longer anything like that, so it was optimized as well, so it's all smooth. When you press enter, when you've set your pushback plan, press enter, there is no longer any stutter involved, not even a second of it. Right, next waypoint is Sanat, that one. We could easily just go straight as well from Sanat to the start of ILS 02 approach, but we'll see. Let's see, what is the final approach fix here? For final approach fix is at 1500 feet. Have we been cleared? No, it told us continue descent, but we have not been cleared yet officially. Okay, so we stick to 2500, which is the altitude we were cleared for the arrival. Right, now what am I forgetting? That's a good question. With the Zibo, the 737, Below 10,000 feet, we should have had our landing lights opened. And in case I haven't shown you yet, yes, no more Cebu Pacific, because we are now employed by Philippine Airlines. And I know, Philippine Airlines don't really have 737s anymore, as I mentioned. They're mostly Airbuses, A320s, A321s. But just play with your imagination for now, okay? Because the tow list isn't ready yet. Right, that looks good. Let's see what ATC will give us. We are currently on the approach 119.3 frequency. QNH is correct. That's the local QNH. Courses are set 023
Philippine
degrees.
501 turn left heading 261 vectors to the ILS approach for
go.
runway 02 left at Changi, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Heading 261 vectors to the ILS
There we
approach
go.
for runway 02 left, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Philippine 501.
4,000, gotcha.
1,000 to go.
That's cool. Let's go VS here. Right, so they'll make us turn left a bit so that we have more allowance when we turn right and join and line up for the runway. That's okay, that looks good. I was supposed to do something, I absolutely forgot what it was. Oh my goodness, I will remember it later. Ah, there we go. I should switch to the ILS frequency, 109.9. Because in the Zibo, that is manual. I have not... Wait a minute. 110.9. Oh crap, that's the wrong frequency. Yeah, that's why nothing was happening. 110.9. Actually, no, that's correct. 110.9. I just said it wrong. 110.9 on the chart. 110.9 on the FMS. So that should be okay. I have not seen... Oh, there it is.
Philippine 501 turn right heading 295 descend and maintain 3,500 feet.
Heading 295, descend and maintain 3,500 feet. Philippine 501.
3,500. Let's go VS
1,000
again.
to go.
That's looking good. There's Singapore, and you can feel the smoothness. Didn't even feel that there was a city incoming. Everything was still silky smooth. No stutters or whatsoever. A little frame drops, but it's like a smooth frame
Philippine
drop.
501 cleared for ILS to runway 02 left, fly heading 355 to intercept final descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
Cleared
Nice.
for ILS approach to runway 02 left, fly heading 355, descend
1,000
and
to go.
maintain 2,500 feet. Philippine 501.
Awesome. So there's the glide slope. There's the oh, they call that thing, that one. That's a technical term, guys. That one. Glide slope, we are good. Starting our descent bit by bit. Where's the runway? Runway should be over there. Ah, there it
1,000
is.
to go.
The 02 center, I think. 02 left should be right there. Yeah. Cool. Let's pay close attention here. For look. Let's go and start our flaps.
Philippine 501 QNH is 1011 at Changi, contact tower on 118.25. Have a good morning.
QNH is 1011 tower on 118.25. Philippine 501.
Good.
1,000 to go.
Tower Philippine 501 inbound for ILS approach runway 02 left.
Philippine 501, good morning. Radar contact.
Wait a minute.
Continue ILS to runway 02 left, call when established on final.
Continue
Why?
ILS to runway 02 left, will call when established on final. Philippine 501.
You are established already. Report. Approach established.
Philippine 501 established on final for ILS runway 02 left.
2500.
Philippine 501 winds are light and variable, cleared to land runway 02 left.
Cleared to land runway 02
Oh, this is
left.
bad, guys.
Philippine 501.
Still so fast. Speed brakes. I've not even armed the speed brakes yet. Come on. Yeah, I set up too late. I was talking too much. I think we'll have to do a missed approach. Can I go to flaps 10? Maybe. 210 knots. No, we're too fast. Nope, not making it. Okay, let's go around. Let's skip this. So let's report that we are going around.
Philippine 501 going around.
1,000 to go.
Philippine 501 execute the published missed approach for ILS to runway 02 left, contact approach on 119.3 to request another approach.
Execute the published missed approach for ILS to runway 02 left, approach on 119.3 Philippine 501. Approach
Okay.
Philippine 501 at 2,600 feet.
Philippine 501, good morning. Radar contact. Turn left heading 221 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 02 left at Changi.
Heading 221 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 02 left Philippine 501.
Oh, can you tell how much I'm panicking? Okay, let's play this nicely. Flaps 5, that's okay. Oh, look at that, how beautiful that is. I didn't even notice that we are in the city area already. Everything was just so smooth. All these trees, all these buildings, and I did not even notice that we were here already. Just felt like we were flying over the sea. So missed approach, altitude should be 4,000 I think. Yeah, 4,000. Not sure we're climbing though. Did they give us anything? Let's climb anyway. 4,000 is the ideal. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Goodness. Yeah, if you guys want to check out this scenery, this is in the plugins list. Link is in the video description. Yeah, this is the main reason why I'm having trouble. Too much sightseeing. So you can see, even though the frames are not not 60 frames, no stutters whatsoever. Even with track IR. Everything is just silky smooth. Goodness. That deserves a screenshot. Even when I press F11, then this, what is this, the 3J FPS wizard. If you press F11, it takes a screenshot with maximum settings. Normally, when you press 11, it would stutter a bit. Here, there is no stutter at all. There's no indication that even the screenshot took place because of the new implementation from Vulkan. It's amazing. Heading 221. Yeah, looking good. Alright. Let us follow that then. Now, why is my speed...
Philippine 501, turn left heading 206.
Heading 206 Philippine 501.
I want to go back to managed speed, but for the life of me, I cannot remember how that should work. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Maybe I can just go back to... go straight to the V app. 147 is VREF plus 5. 152. Maybe I can go there. Probably because I went to heading select not the LNAV, so it's also setting a manual speed there. Okay, let's leave it like that. That should be okay, I think. And it's safer to configure earlier than later in our case. There are no other planes here anyway, because we are alone. Did I mention Traffic Global is not compatible yet? There we go. Flaps 30. Better early. Now you'll just have to bear with me a little longer, guys. I'm just trying to prolong our episode here. Look at how beautiful that is, and how smooth everything is, right? And this is with the Zibo and all the clouds. Thankfully, most of the other plugins are compatible. Active Sky XP, Pilot to ATC. Oh yeah, you can see also one of the bugs here in the shadows. When I'm looking, it's like I'm the sun.
Turn left heading 110.
Heading 110 Philippine 501.
110, I gotcha. Now they are not getting me, they're not giving me any vertical guidance, so I'm not sure. I'll stick to 4,000 for now. I hope we'll not have to scramble for it later. And I know this might be a bit too early to configure fully for landing, but bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Using reserve fuel, oh no. Well, that makes sense because we did a go around. That's fine, we still have plenty. Can manage a couple more go arounds, I guess.
Philippine 501 cleared for ILS to runway 02 left, fly heading 052 to intercept final descent and maintain 2,500 feet.
Cleared for ILS approach to runway 02 left, fly heading 052 descent and maintain 2,500 feet Philippine 501.
There we go. Right, hopefully this time I get a bit more prepared with it. Now I remember at some point we should be setting the engine start to continuous for landing. Probably now would be that time, or maybe 10 minutes ago. Bear with me, bear with me. We'll get there. Right, 052. There's the Vorlock. Capture that one. The localizer, there we go. I remember the term now. Capture the localizer. And we'll get there soon. There it is.
Philippine 501 QNH is 1011 at Changi, contact tower on 118.25. Enjoy your morning.
QNH is 1011 tower on 118.25 Philippine 501.
Imagine if I had to do everything manually on my own. All the radio frequency
Tower Philippine
change.
501 inbound for ILS approach runway 02 left.
And I'm fumbling about like
Philippine
this.
501, good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 02 left, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 02 left, will call when established on final Philippine 501.
Alright, now we're looking good. Now we are looking good. Well, the gears aren't down yet, but we'll get there. 2,500. Yeah, that would be the perfect time to start.
2,500.
Exactly, just as the horn tooted. To signal lowering the landing gears. Let's capture the glide slope as well. Approach. So once that diamond hits, we capture the glide slope, and now we are fully established and we can report that.
Philippine 501 established on final for ILS runway 02 left.
Philippine 501 winds are light and variable, cleared to land runway 02 left.
Cleared to land runway 02 left Philippine 501.
Nice. Something changed in the water. Well, there are reflections now. I think that's something new with the graphic settings. Although I did only... Let me show you a little bit of suspense. Graphics. Oh, and yes, I'm using the Hotas right now. It's much better. I'll explain that next time. Even if it's a yoke. Reflection detail, yeah, these are the settings I'm using. Vulkan is enabled. Reflection is low. Not sure, maybe I can up that. I'll have to tweak with that more. But yeah, I'm using a Hotas right now instead of the yoke I have, because the yoke I discovered I have is pretty crappy. It doesn't have a proper center. So when you let go of the yoke, it doesn't go to the center. And so it's so hard to trim, so hard to know if you're properly trimmed. Unlike this one, when you let go of the stick, it goes to the center. And so you have a clear point of reference for trimming. Man, look how beautiful that view is. Should be living somewhere there. There. So, sorry for the delay on the episodes, guys, but I was really looking forward to some update hitting 11.50 X Enviro or something, and I'm so happy that 11.50 came now finally. So expect a lot more videos for X-Plane. Hopefully in other stuff soon, other planes with tow list next time, or maybe a full flight for us here.
1,000.
Right.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Full flight to the 737, okay. I will let go of the autopilot and auto thrust. This is me now. Be scared. How do you land with this thing again? I forgot. Too high. Let's lower that a bit. Capture the glide slope again.
500.
There we go, that's perfect. Go to the left a bit.
400.
That's more like it.
300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Check close, hold.
10.
Floaty bits and 300. Oh my
Philippine
goodness.
501 exit runway when able.
I thought that was going to be much better, to be honest. I thought that was going to be much smoother. We'll have to check the replay. Knots. Could have exited there. Oh, that's fine. Just go along the next one. That's a shame, because I guess I would have gotten a lot more XP if I had a better landing. We'll see what the pilot's life was able to capture from us. Flaps up, please. Thank you. Landing lights. Taxi lights. Good.
Clear of active Philippine 501.
Philippine 501 contact ground on 121.0. Have a good stay.
Ground on 121.0 Philippine 501.
Now normally we would have to contact ground, but I'll just do a shortcut here, because they might point us to a very far away stand. So I'll just look for the first one here, okay? So yeah, unfortunately no other planes aside from us. Everyone else is parked. And in peace. You can see planes there, but they're all parked. No one is moving. Because that's just the default parked feature from X-Plane. Not any traffic global setting. Man, the smoothness, right? Smoothness is all over. And the planes are gone. Where are they? Where have they gone? But yeah, unfortunately, because everything is silky smooth now, whenever I do a crappy landing, I don't have an excuse anymore. So it's all down to me. I can say, oh, because it stuttered. Oh, because it's lagging. I blame them. Stuff like that. Where have they gone? 1 sec. Are they really gone, or is just that me? There should be a gate here somewhere. Well, we'll find something. Maybe let's start the APU in the meantime. That can work, I guess, one of these. Turn off our lights now, strobe lights. I can't see anything. I think we'll have to stop here. I think the proper passenger gates were still back there. That's fine. This can work. I'm interested to see how the landing happened. It looked pretty smooth from my view, but I'm probably that unfamiliar with the plane now again. I don't know what looks good and what doesn't. I'm sure I floated, so I was expecting a bit more floaty, but good landing rate. I'm not sure. We'll see soon enough. Oh, that should be good enough. Parking brake. Do we have the APU ready? Yes, we do. Let's turn off the engines. Oh, actually that's not bad. From a pilot's life, we actually got, what is that, 196 feet per minute? Yeah, that's much better than what the landing plugin gave us. To be fair, more accurate probably is the landing plugin, but let's see. Right. So have a look at that replay. Let's get rid of a pilot ATC here. Alright, here we are. Very rusty. This is actually my first time flying anything. Flying an airliner in like 2 or 3 weeks. Since the last video maybe. But 11.50 brought me back. Alright. From here everything looks good. Light right on the glide slope. Looking good so far. What went wrong? Check close hold. Bit floaty. That didn't look too bad. I mean, we didn't land right on the touchdown zone, but I mean, that looked pretty smooth. Wait a minute, I remember there is a feature in the landing plugin. Fly with Lua. Macros. There, landing rate show during replay. Wasted? Wait a minute, no. So that one. Yeah, floaty bits. And there we have it. Oh, it didn't show. Maybe it doesn't work anymore, that feature. Let's have a look at it from the inside, from a passenger's point of view. So it's a bit more natural. This one. Yeah, this looks great. I mean, look at the smoothness there, right? I'm changing angles, I'm changing cameras and everything is still silky smooth. See all those things in the background. Frame rate is still above 30. Not a stutter in sight. Goodness. Vulcan is amazing. Here we go. You can hear the engines cooling down. Hard landing. Now it gave me an even worse score. Let's turn that off. I hate that. I don't like that. One sec. Let's maybe hide that. Let's judge it based on the look, on how hard the camera adjusts, shakes. Hey, that's not bad. This landing rate is hating me. Yeah, let's believe a pilot's life here. Yeah, let's believe a pilot's life. So it's 196 feet per minute, not too shabby. I'll take that. There we go. That's looking good. We are now in Philippine Airlines, and I barely made a dent. That's fine. We are earning much better now. Well, a little bit better than before. I can take that. Right? So, let us leave it there for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And stay tuned for more, because I am loving this Vulcan update. Anyway, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and I'm sure I did a lot of things wrong procedure-wise, so let me know in the comments, but be gentle, okay? Don't hurt my feelings. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Clumsy flying, guys.